Okay, so now in this class, this is a special class, where I'm targeting the Excel part only, right? I'm targeting the Excel part only. Understood, Pute? So we are not going to pay much time on the theory part. Anyway, in the Excel, we don't have much of a theory, right? So we are going to do, we are going to cover the practical parts quickly, and then we are going to practice how to do an Excel question, right? And to do that, most importantly, we need to understand how to use the functions, formulas, and the dollar symbol, right? These are three keys, right? The three key points of understanding the Excel putty. Functions, formulas, and the dollar symbol, right? Absolute cell referencing key, right? Okay. Can you all see the screen? Is there anyone who doesn't have the tute? The tute නැති ළමයෙක් ඉන්නවද? මෙතිර, do you have it? සෙනදුනි?
Yes, sir.
Right. හසඳු ඉන්නේ මොකේද? Right. Hasandu, I will send the tute after the class. Today anyway, I'm not going to give any notes. Right? දෙනවා මම notes දෙන්නේ නැහැ පුතේ අද කොහමද? කෙලිම ශාස්ත්‍ර තමයි යන්නේ මේ theory part එක cover කරපු ගමන්. Right. So let's start. Spreadsheet software. Now the spreadsheet softwares කියන්නේ සිතුම් spreadsheet softwares are used to perform calculations and analysis on data. Another, to perform calculations and analysis on data. Those are the two things that we use the spreadsheet software for, to perform calculation and to analyze. Understood? Right. So Pute, spreadsheets, we can take another. For example, for the spreadsheet, Pute, the most famous one would be the MS Excel, Microsoft Excel one, right? That is the same software that we are going to use as well, right? In your syllabus, in the school one, you might have done the open source one also, but for the exam, they only ask Microsoft Excel version of it. So then we have the Apple numbers, right? It's a proprietary software, which means you have to buy it. And then Lotus 123, LibreOffice Calc, those are open source. LibreOffice Calc, OpenOffice Calc, Apache Foundation, those are open source, right? So this LibreOffice Calc and OpenOffice Calc, you can download them for free. You don't have to pay anything. Understood? But in Sri Lanka, for the Excel even, we don't pay anything. So Pute, Microsoft Excel. This is the interface, right? In this interface, let me zoom in a bit. If you are asked to name the components, right? Now, they don't ask this question much, Pute, but sometimes they have asked this question where you have to we have to identify the components of the Excel interface. So most probably they will ask, if they ask that question, these parts are the minimum active cell. Active cell can put whatever the cell that you click, that will be the active cell. Whatever the cell that you click, right? ඕනම click කරන ඕනම cell එකක් පුතේ මේ හරිය තියෙන ඕනම cell එකක්, right? If you click it, it will become the active cell. If you select the range පුතේ, even in that range pute, the last cell that your mouse leaves after selecting the range, that will be your active cell. Right? So that will be your active cell, only one cell. Now the active cell's address will mention in the name box. The name box A1 කියලා පුතේ. That is called the name box, right? In the name box, you have the active cells name. First the column, then the row. කොහොමද පුතේ අපි cell එකක address එක කියන්නේ? First the column name and then the row number, right? So A5 means A column 5th row here. A column 5th row. Understood? So like that pute, we have to mark the position. For like that, we have to mark the position. Okay? Right. So name box, it shows the address of the cell that you are selected. In other words, it shows the address of the active cell, right? Active cell. Right. And then here we have the insert function option, meaning in Excel, there are certain functions which are already built. There are functions which are already built, like the sum function, average, min, max, right? Those are already built functions. You can click on the insert function option and get them. Are the insert function option එක බබුතේ ටක් ගාලා ගත්තා. හරිද? Right. And then here in this row, හරිද? This is what you call the formula bar. What appears on the formula bar, හරිද පුතේ, what appears on the formula bar is the value of the cell, or if you have added a formula or a function, that formula or the function will appear here. එනවාද කියලා? හිතන්න පුතේ, in this G5, you are going to add the value tiara. හරිද? And on the G6, you are going to add the value equal sum B4 to B5 කියලා. හරි? පුතේ, so when you click on the G5, මෙතන appear වෙන්නේ tiara කියලා. හරිද? දැන් අර G6 එකේ හැබැයි function එකක් නේ දැම්මේ. Right? And the function will produce a value also, right? But when you click on the G6, it's not the value that you will see. It is the formula that you will see in the formula bar. Understood? So, ඒකයි පුතේ formula bar එකේ පෙන්නන්නේ formulas. And if the formula is not given, if it is just a value, then the value will be displayed. Understood? Right. So, formula bar shows the formulas, functions that you have typed into a cell. Lamai, all formulas and functions should start with what?
The equal or plus sign.
Yes.
The equal or plus sign.
The equal or the plus sign. Remember, equal පුළුවන් plus එකත් පුළුවන්. Both are the same key. So, වරදින්නේ නැහැ පුතේ. හරි? වැරදිලා ගෙහුවත් ගන්න ඕකම තමයි. එක්ක equal එක්ක plus. Right? Both will work. Is that clear, Dinada? Both will work for the Excel functions and formulas. Right. And ඉතුරු ටික I think pretty basic, right? The columns and the rows are here, and the vertical scroll bar, and in the bottom we have the horizontal scroll bar, right? And these are the view buttons, right? අපි view buttons කරමු Excel එක open කරාම. And in Excel පුතේ we have, now Excel is actually a workbook. පොතක්. Excel කියන්නේ පුතේ පොතක්. We call it a workbook. පොතවල මොනවද තියෙන්නේ? පිටු නේද? Pages, sheets, right? So just like that, put in the Excel workbook. Now the Excel that you have opened is called a workbook. In the workbook, there can be multiple sheets. Understood? There can be multiple sheets of data. You can put the data in multiple sheets, right? All right. Then these are those tools, right? Those components that I explained here again, right? That is the name box. දැක්කද name box එකේ තියෙන active cell එක මොකක්ද? A1. So A1's address is there in the name box. Okay? Right. Then lamai, let's see what are the data types which are available in Excel. Right? අපි ඒකට යන් කෙලිම Excel එකට. Go to the Excel for that. Okay. Alright. So in the Excel පුතේ, you will have here we have the general කියන්නේ actually nothing is specifically selected, right? You can give any value here, just like the text. Then numbers, right? We have the currency, meaning with a currency format. Dot, we can put the decimal places, the rupees, dollar symbol, and accounting also the same, short date, long date. Unlike in now access pute, access will the you have date and time. But in here, here we have what? Tashpila video. Here we have short date, long date, and time, all three separated. But in Excel, it's just date and time. Date and time can date එක time එකක් නෙමෙයි පුතේ. Date and time තමයි form data type එකේ නම. Date and time කියන. Excel වල අපිට හැබැයි තුනක් තියෙනවා. Right? හරි. Okay. Situm, Tashmila, Hasini, video. Right. Then again, let's move on to our PDF. Right. මේ PDF එක නැති ළමයි මට පස්සේ WhatsApp message එකක් දාන්න class එකෙන් පස්සේ මම එවන්නම්. හරිද? මොකද අද කොහොමත් මම notes දෙන්නේ නැහැ පුතේ. I'm not going to give any notes today. We are going to directly do the questions. I'm going to prepare you for the exam. All right. So we have the text. Most important data types are the text, numbers, and the formulas. Right? Text, numbers, and the formulas. Right. Now let's talk about the arithmetic operators in Excel. You will definitely get a question out of this part. From the arithmetic operators පුතේ අනිවාර්යෙන් ප්‍රශ්නයක් එනවා. Right? So let's see. We have the plus for addition. I think මොනවාද මේ subtraction, the star for the multiplication. We don't put x. X දාන්නේ ළමයි. X is a letter in Excel. Multiplication is the star symbol, right? Then division, the power කියන්නේ double star නෙමෙයි, right? Power is the hat පුතේ. හරිද? power එක hat එක තියෙන්නේ 6 එක උඩ, right? shift එකත් එක්ක බාගෙන ගහුවොත් එනවා, right? එතකොට then we have this is the percentage. Percentage means a ratio. You can take a ratio, right? 10%, like 20% අන්නේ වගේ. හරිද? And then we have the and symbol. And symbol එක ලොකු වෙනසක් නැහැ, right? By using the and symbol පුතේ you can add multiple items together, right? For example, මම කියන්නම් lab and top කියලා දැම්ම කියන්නේ. Lab and top. So when you hit the enter in the cell, it will be displayed laptop. It's not a big deal, right? හරි. ඊළඟට the comparison operators. In IT we have all arithmetic, comparison and logical, all three නේ පුතේ. හරිද? So in comparison we have the equal, greater than, less than, then greater than or equal. ළමයි, you do not write the greater than or equal as greater than symbol එක දාලා you do not underline it. හරිද? That is in maths. නේද තස්මිලා? That is in maths. maths වල ඒවා මෙහෙට අදාළ නැහැ. හරිද ළමයි? අපි IT අපිට උඩින් ඉන්නේ. හරිද? නේද? අපිම ගියා ගන්න පොඩ්ඩක්. හරි. So then how about not equal? ආසදු equal එක දාලා කපනවද පුතේ? For the not equal? Right, okay Hasan. No, equal දාලා කපන්නේ maths වල. In IT, if it is not equal, පුතේ, you have to put it like this: less than or greater than symbols both. Right, both symbols you have to put පුතේ. Then only it will be identified as a not equal. Understood? And by the way, you should never put equal in front of a comparison operator. Right, it will not work. Understood, lamai? So Basura, can we put equal or less than? Back.
No, sir.
Less than or equal. Very good, Puday. It should be less than or equal. Right? It is never equal or greater than or never equal or less than. Right? It is always less than or equal and greater than or equal. Right? All right. Logical expression. Now the logical expression, there are only three. Our logic gates, XO and the main ones. Another O. O means Puday. If at least one input is true, output will become true. And AND gate, okay, all inputs must be true. දෙකක් නෙමෙයි, all inputs must be true. හරිද? And in the NOT gate, the opposite of the given input. පොඩ්ඩක් ඉන්න ළමයි. For the logical expressions we need, always we need true or false values. අයියේ. මොකද දිහෙන් logic gate වල compare කරනවා 10 15 නෑනේ. In logic gates we compare true or false values. And there is only one other operator which produce true or false values. What is it? The comparisons. So without comparisons, you can't do the logical expressions. තේරුණාද පුතේ? Right? So එහෙනම් ගණන් හදන පිළිවෙල මොකක්ද අපි? Arithmetic operators first, then the logical operators, and then the not the logical, arithmetic, comparison, and the logical. Understood? Arithmetic, comparison, and the logical. Unless brackets are given. Brackets do not mean කොහොමද brackets මුලින් කරන්නේ? Right? Unless the brackets are given, Tiara, we do the arithmetic operators first, then the comparison, and then the logical. Okay? Right. So otherwise, pay attention to the brackets, huh? Right. මෙන්න මේ ටික අපි ලියන පොතේ කරමු පුතේ ටක් ගාලා. හරිද? Let's do them. By the way, how to use the mod? Mod එක use කරන්න කොහොමද? Mod එක use කරන්න පුතේ මෙන්න මේ විදියට. Right? අපි දුන්නොත් එහෙම equal mod 5,2 කියලා. What is the answer here? This means that mod is the remainder after the division. බෙදලා ඉතුරු වෙන එක පුතේ. So mod 5,2 කියන්නේ පුතේ 5 divided by 2 and the remainder. පහට දෙකේව කීයද? 2යි. කියන්නේ 4නේ. And the remainder is 1. So the answer will be 1. Got it? ඊළඟට පුතේ, how do you give the due? අපි due එක කොහොමද දෙන්නේ? මම මෙතන due එක දීලා නැහැ නේද? Right, that's fine. Right? due එක එහෙම දෙන්න ඕනේ නැහැ. due එක අපිට දෙන්න පුළුවන් පුතේ double slash එකකිනුත් දෙන්න පුළුවන්. Right? Anyway, due එකෙන් මොකද කරන්නේ? Due will get the what? The whole number. Meaning, if you say 10, 2, for 10, how many 2s are there? 5. Right? Understood? එයාගේ ඉන්න පුතේ set ගන්න. මෙයාගේ ඉන්නේ බෙදලා ඉතුරු වෙනවා. Got the difference? Right? හරි. Okay, now let's do this පුතේ. Let's do this. Right? මේ ටික ටක් ගාලා කරමු. I know you have done this in the tube already, right? But do this in your writing book පුතේ. වෙනම කරන්න ටක් ගාලා. Wait, I'm going to share the screen. හරි. ඉක්මනට කරමු. Remember, formula should always start with the equal. And here you just need to find the values. Tashmila and Senudini and Methira. Methira, you were there. Senudini and Tashmila, did you two cover the grade 11 syllabus?
No, sir.
Tashmila?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Senudini?
Yes, sir.
Okay. send me a message after the class mentioning that you haven't covered the grade 11. No, you just give me a call after the class. I'll tell you how to cover those parts. I need to
Okay.
get you back on the speed. Done? Are we done?
Yes, sir.
Yes, very good. Right. Okay. By the way, I have added Senudini and Medira to a speed revision. That is for the grade 11 students who are doing all level next month. And who hasn't covered the grade 11 syllabus. So I'm doing a special session for you guys. And by the way, kids, I scheduled the first session for tonight neither 8 to 10. But unfortunately, I had to go back again to see the doctor. But I will put you. I'll put an update on the group, right? And if that appointment is cancelled, I'm definitely going to do the session. Otherwise, I will have to reschedule it. Okay, right? Right. So, Pute, the values. Let's see. 4 plus 2 can I? What is 4 plus 2? You are not 6. And then minus 9 minus 3. Kidin?
Minus 12.
Minus 12. Right? Minus 12. Why Pute? Metin minus mega maths minus 9 adu kirima 3, right? Now this minus is the subtraction Pute. So the symbol of the 3 will be positive. So the symbol of the 3 will be positive, right? So when you change the symbols onwards නමේ ඉඳන් පිටිපස්සට පුතේ symbol මාරු කරනවානේ, right? ඒතර මොකද වෙන්නේ? එතකොට මෙයා plus වෙනවා, මෙයා minus වෙනවා. So it will become minus 12, right? It's minus 12. And then 9 into 2, 18. 6 divided by 3, 2. 6 greater than 3, මොකක්ද එන්නේ පුතේ? True කියලා
True.
එන්න ඕන. True or false values, right? It's always the true or false values. Then mod 10 comma 3. 10 divided by 3, remainder 1. 13 3 can 9 and remainder 1, right? And 32 divided by 8 into 3.
12.
Yes, 32 වලට 8 ඒවා කීයද පුතේ? 4 and 4 into 3 කියන්නේ කීයද? 12, right? and 4 to the power 2 and 5 into 3. Which one are you going to do first, the power or the multiplication? Actually, in this one, it doesn't matter, neither. But anyway, you should do the power first, right? So 4 to the power 2 means with a 16 plus 5 into 3 can 15. So 16 plus 15 can 30. Here,
1.
31. And then 7 greater than or equal to 3.
True.
True pute. Then pute, how do you read this? Greater than or equal. O. Deking එක. Right? So greater than එනම් මේක true. Right? දෙකම true වෙන්න ඕනේ නැහැ. එකක් තිබ්බනම් ඇති. Greater than O කියලායි අපි කියන්නේ. Right. And this one 8 less than 6 or 9 equal to 9. Now 8 is not less than 6, but 9 is equal to 9. නේද බාසුර? So this will become true. Right? Then 4 less than 3? No. And 5 greater than 4. But 5 is greater than 4. That is true. But the thing is, it's an AND gate in the middle. So in an AND gate, all inputs must be true. Right? ඉතින් මේ පළවෙනි එක නා true නාද නෑනේ. Right? So then the answer will become what? False. Here, not 3 greater than 2. 3 greater than 2 the? True, that's true. But Pute, did you see this NOT gate? Right? It is inside the brackets of the NOT gate. So you do the bracket first. 3 greater than 2. True, that is true. But then you go for the NOT gate and it will become what denotes? A false. Right? Alright. And here 6 greater than 4 into 2 minus 3 plus 2. කොහොමද වෙන්නේ?
2.
Huh?
2.
True?
Yeah. 2.
2.
Yeah.
Right. So කොහොමද වෙන්නේ පුතේ එතකොට? What are you going to do first? Division or multiplication?
The division.
The division. Whatever comes first, right? So 6 divided by 4 කියන්නේ පුතේ you will get කීය දෙන්නේ එතකොට? 1.5 ද? 1.5 නේ?
Yes. Yes.
1.5. So 1.5 into 2 කියන්නේ පුතේ 3. 3 minus 3 කියන්නේ 0. 0 plus 2 කියන්නේ 2. So the answer will be 2. Here, left and top. මතකද මම කිව්වා. Right? ළමයි, first of all, you are giving a operator here. And for the operator, you are giving 2 values. Not 2 words. Remember, not 2 words. Right? So left and top, you have to give them as values. So that's why you have put the invert commas. Right? නැත්නම් මේක text එකක් විදිහට එන text පුතේ process කරන්න බෑ. Text process කරන්න බෑ functions වලින්. Right? So that's why they have put the inverted commas here. So and left and top කියන්නේ it will become left top, like this, laptop. Okay. Then this one, do you know this one? 6 divided by 3 into 3 minus 1.
4.
5.
Huh? What put it?
5.
Invalid.
Invalid. And why?
No equal sign.
No equal symbol. Trick question. Trick question. දන්නවනේ මම ඉතින් ඒගොල්ලෝ වගේ දේවල් දෙනවා. Right? හරි. කොසිට මි දිහෙන් සිතුම් Tiara, keep the videos on පුතේ. Right. Okay. Now let me erase all of these. Clear all the drawings. And let's go down. Right. Now let's talk about the writing formulas using cell references. Right. First of all, Yes, Sydney කලින් එකෙන් තේරුම් ගන්න. හරි. Okay. ළමයි, now we need to understand the cell references today. How the cell references? To understand the cell references, let's go back to the Excel sheet. හරිද? ඔන්න අපි දැන් ඉන්නේ Excel එකේ. හරි නේද පුතේ? Can you see the Excel sheet? දිලුම් Excel එකේ පේනව නේද පුතේ? Right. Okay. Now here, ළමයි බලන්න name box එක. You pay attention to the name box. Here, name box එක. Right? See what happened when I click on when I change the active cell. See what happened? The name box changes, right? So Pute, now cell reference is the area that you cover. Pute. Also you can call it the range. So this is the range, right? So here, let's say I want to add some values. So let me give you some values. So 10, 12, 13, 14, 23, 33, 44. Now I'm going to give a random value here. Okay. Right. On Pute. Okay, balagin in the videos. Right. Here, I want to add these two values. So I should give the formula as how Pute. Are normal formulas together. I haven't discussed about the function yet. Mami formulas pulling here then. So Pute, how do you add the two cells? Equal. First of all, equal. Right? Anivaryam equal or plus symbol. Otherwise, it will not become a formula. Okay. Right. So equal. Then what is the cell address of this 12 value? C4. And I'm putting C4. See, Lamai, this is not case sensitive, so capital simple doesn't matter. Okay, so C4 plus D23 and hit enter. 35. Right? So on Lamai now here, if I click here, the function, the formula bar will display 12 as the value. But if I click on here, it will show me the function that I have typed, the formula that I have typed. Understood? Right? So what is the formula? C4 plus D4. If I want to get the total of these two cells, I put the equal C5 plus D5 D5. With the enter, you get the value. Right? With the equal, you have to give the cell references. And now there is a way that you can fill in the rest of the columns or the rows without typing in the function. What is it? It is called the fill handler. It is called the fill handler. Right? Fill handler when you make a put. Right? So you can click on in the right lower corner. Why? 2 times they have asked this question where you have to fill in the brackets, fill in the blanks. For the fill handle operation, fill in the blanks. Blanks you have to go to the killer stana. Go to where? E5 cell. To the killer stana. To the lower right corner. And drag the formula till killer. Till E6. You have to remember the steps. The fill handle use go to the lower right corner of the kira then cell කොහෙන්ද අපි formula copy කරන්න කියලා. Go to the lower right corner for this example E5. Click on the fill handler. Fill handler කියන්නේ පුතේ මෙන්න මේ black color cross එකට. මේකට නෙමෙයි. ඒක white cross. මේක නෙමෙයි. මේක move cross. This is the fill handler. තේරුණාද? So you click on that and drag it till කියලා දෙන්න කොතනට වෙනකන්ද කියලා. In this example E6. Got it? Understood, Lamai? Very easy using the fill handler, right? The fill handler will copy the formula to wherever you are copying it to, but it will change the cell references to match the area that you are copying it. Now, for example, today I am copying this formula C5 plus D5 into now make a in the E5. I am copying it to E6. See the difference? In the E5, it is C5 plus D5 formula by. In the E5 cell, it is C5 plus D5. When you use the fill handler to copy the formula to the E6 cell, in the E6 cell, it will automatically change the row. It will only change the row. Reason? Because I copied it vertically. Because I copied it vertically. එනම් පුතේ row එක විතරයි වෙනස් වෙන්නේ. මොකද vertical up and down යද්දි row එකනේ වෙනස් වෙන්නේ. Row number changes, the column stays the same. But if you copy it horizontally, row will remain the same, but the column will change. Let me show you example. Here is C4 plus D4 නේ පුතේ. ඔන්න බලන්න. What will happen if I copy the formula horizontally? Horizontally, yeah. Here C4 plus D4. මෙතන D4 plus E4. Why? C4 became D4, D4 became E4. See? So when you copy the formula horizontally, only the column change. When you copy the formula vertically, only the row change. Is that clear? Is that clear? Right. Okay. So Lamai, what if you want to keep the a row fixed?
Using the dollar sign.
We have to use the symbol called the dollar symbol, right? USD dollar, right? Let's assume. So this formula, if I copy this formula vertically to the F5, now this is in the F4, then in F4 okay. If you copy it to the F5, the formula කොහොමද වෙනස් වෙන්නේ? Tell me, Basura. The row number should change, right? D4 should become Basura. And then මේ formula එක පුතේ පහළට copy කරන්න. Or මොනවාද vertically. Right? So only the row changes. So D the මෙයාගේ row number එක තියෙන්නේ D4 E4 4 තියෙන්නේ 4. If I copy it one cell down, එකක් පහළට copy කරොත් it will become මොකද්ද? D4 will become
five,
D5. E4 will become
five.
E5. දැක්කද? Right? හරි. ළමයි ඔන්න මම මේක කරන් දැන් බලන්න. See how it changes, right? මේ පුතේ these type of questions you will definitely get. If you copy this formula to this cell, in that cell, how it will be displayed, right? You're definitely going to get those type of question. We have done so many of these, so you know that. All right. Now, see what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a dollar symbol for the row number. In front of the row, I'm going to put a dollar symbol. Here also. If you put the dollar symbol in front of the row number, row will not change. If you put the dollar symbol in front of the column letter, column name, the column name will not change. Comprehend? Understood? Right. So let's hit the enter. 58. අරගානම තමයි. But now make a හිතන්න පුතේ. Now this is 79. Okay. F5 is 79. But see what happens now. I'm going to copy this formula vertically. So row number should change, right? But see whether it changes or not. No, I still got 58. Why? Because I have put the dollar symbol. So in both places, even though I copied vertically, right? The row number doesn't change. Is that clear? The row number doesn't change, right? But when you copy something vertically, row changes. When you copy something horizontally, column changes, right? So if you want to keep the row fixed, put the dollar symbol in front of the row. If you don't want the column to change, if you want the column to be fixed, then put the dollar symbol in front of the column. For example, here, the මම මේක අයින් කරමු. එකල දාන්න. මෙතන පුතේ value එක කීයද? D4. So when I copy this horizontally, it will become 58. Why? මොකද පුතේ C4 plus D4 එක මෙතනට copy කරාම D4 plus E4 වෙනවා. That's true. Because I'm copying horizontally. Column will change. Right? Column එකයි වෙනස් වෙන්නේ. Columns නේ horizontally තියෙන්නේ. Rows තියෙන්නේ vertical. ඉතින් වෙනස් වෙන්නේ horizontally. If you change the formula, columns will change, right? But ඔන්න බලන්න පුතේ but I am going to put the dollar symbol for the column here. Okay, hit the enter. And 35 නේ I'm going to copy it horizontally. So you without the dollar symbol, it should become, if I copy it to the F4, it should become D4 plus E4 another E4. I බලන්න DE or වෙනස් වෙනවද කියලා. No, right, why? Because in here also මේ බලන්න දැන් දෙකේම the column supposed to change, but I have put the dollar symbol, so the column doesn't change. Understood? How the dollar symbol works? Lamai, by the way, hold on. If I don't want this D column to column to become fixed, ඒ කියන්නේ C එක විතරයි. C4 should become fixed. හරි? හැබැයි අනිත් පැත්ත රැද්දම D එක වෙනස් වෙනවා. Range should increase. දැන් මම මොකද කරන්නේ? I'm going to remove the dollar symbol of this D. Now see what happens, huh? The dollar symbol is only for the C. The value changes, right? How? Because now it says dollar $C4 because I have put the dollar symbol, C doesn't change. But I did not put the dollar symbol for the D4 here, D to them in. And because of that, the D4 became E4. See what happens when you do not put the dollar symbol, when you don't put the dollar symbol, right? All right. Now, is that clear? We'll do more questions out of that. Right. But now, first, we'll go to the tutor game. Right. So that was just an introduction on how the cell references work. Now, I want you to find the values of these quickly. Now, this is the spreadsheet segment. This is the spreadsheet segment, right? Refer to that. You can refer කරන්න චනිත. එතනින් මේ values ටික ගන්න. සිත්මි සවිනී සිතුම් සුනිෂ්ක මීනදී video. By the way, Lama, I compiled the programming lesson recordings. Harada? All the programming lesson recordings, I'll put them to the WhatsApp groups. Share with your friends, that's fine. Hari? ඒකට ගොඩයක්. යාළුවන්ටත් යවන්න. හරි අන්තිම දවස් ටිකනේ පුතේ. Are we done? Right. So පුතේ keep the videos on දිනද? ළමයි මොකද මේ? Comment. Asadu, Sitmi, Savini. Right. So පුතේ B2 plus C2 plus C4 කියන්නේ මොකද්ද? Huh? Where's the B2? Right. So here we have the B2, right? B2 plus C2 plus C4. So here. So 5 plus 1 can put here the 6, right? Then C3 minus A1 into C4. So A1 into C4 put A1 methana, right? Into C4. C4 is 5. So 5 into 2 can here 10. So from C3 is 5. From 5 put we need to deduct 10. So the value will become minus 5. Minus 5. I'm going to find the right? And here D1 into B4 divided by B3. What are you going to do first? Dinod, what are you going to do first, Putte? Yes, the multiplication, the first one that we see, right? In the sequence. So D1, co D1, 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 in D1. D1 into B4, 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 B4 here. So D1 into B4, 6 into 3 can put 18, right? 18 divided by B3, which is 12. So 18 divided by 12 can put 1.5, right? 1.5. Then C2 is 0. So 1.5. Is that the answer?
Yes.
Right. Then D4 minus A4. For D4 method D4 minus A4 method. So 8 minus 3 can 5 plus A2. A2 is 3. So again 8. 8 is the answer. You deduct 3 and then you add 3. Right? 8. Right. Okay. So how do you method exercise 4? Sum of C1 and B3 are the sum of C1 and B3 divided by 4. How to do that? Equal inside brackets. You have to type like this. Make a type current. Function and the function is so equal. Sum of C1 and B3. Sum of C1 and B3 divided by 4. First you get the sum, right? C of C1 plus B3. And then you divide it by 4. Got it? Right? Always use the brackets when necessary. Always use the brackets when necessary. Okay? Right. So C1 plus B3 divided by 4. And then average pute, how about equal equal how about the average of A1 to A4? A1 to A4. Methana C1 and B3 are then may functions put formula function average equal inside brackets A1 plus A2 plus A3 plus A4 divided by bracket divide by how many values are there? 1, 2, 3, 4 divided by. This is how you get the average by using a formula. You need to master the formulas as well, right? Not just the functions. Is that clear? Understood? All right. Right. Now let's talk about the functions that we have. Lamai, in Excel there are functions can put the already built formulas in, right? Already built formulas. So when you apply the function and give the cell reference, you don't have to give the values, you just have to give the cell reference. Right? The function will find the value. Got it? Put it. So මොනවද ඒ වගේ තියෙන functions? We have the sum function to get the sum එකතුව ගන්න පුතේ. ඒ මේ බලන්න පුතේ. So if you give the sum a1, c2, b3, the total of a1, c2, b3 will be taken, right? And if you want to give a range, you can give the range as equal sum a1 colon b3 over c2. You give the range with colon putte. And if you want to give individual values, you give the comma. Can you give a range and a individual values separately, both together in the same function? You can. Equal sum c4 colon අපි කියමු d6 කියලා. d6 කියලා. Right? See the range got highlighted. දැක්කද පුතේ? Right? Range එක තමයි highlight වෙලා තියෙන්නේ. හරිද? And with that I want to add separately the f2 also. එහෙනම් comma f2. See, you can give the range and the individual cells also in the same function or the formula. Function එක දෙන්නේ formula එකකින්. හරිද? Put the brackets, with the enter, you get the value. Understood? දැක්කද පුතේ මේ? C4 to D6 එකේ range එකයි, and with that F2's value also, right? Okay. And then average. But the average function, most students, they know the function, but they do the mistake of putting the AVG, right? AVG කියලා එකක් නැහැ පුතේ. There is no such thing called AVG, right? It is average. There is no such thing called AVG. It is average. හරිද ළමයි? ගොඩක් ළමයි පටලව ගන්න තැනක් ඕක. AVG කියලා එකක් නැහැ. It is the average function. Okay? Right. ඒ බලන්න. What is this? Right. You know what? We'll do all the functions together and then we'll go to the Excel and do practice. Alright? Right. So average, it finds the average. It adds the number of cells values that you are given and then divide it automatically by the number of cells. තියෙන cells වල එකතුව අරගෙන ඒ එකතුව divide කරනවා පුතේ cells ගන්න. Got it? සෙනදිනි? Right? Fine. And then we have the max function. What about the max function? The max function to get the highest, the largest value of a data set, right? Max, highest value in a range, highest value in the range. And the min to get the minimum value in a range. Don't worry, we are going to practice them in the Excel. Right. And the count is to get the count of cells. How many cells are there? With numeric values. You know that? Count there are two count functions. The normal count function where it only count the cells with numeric values. I'll show you. And then we have the count A, which calculate the cells with any value. Basically, it counts the number of cells with values, right? Is that clear? Count again only the cells with numeric values. Whereas the count A, you can count all. You know, Asadu, Situm, Ko Sitmi, Savini, video, Dilum. You also keep the video on Pute. Savini, right. So round, what about the round? Round and round it goes. Round is 2. Round can put the round up. You can round up. So when you use the round function, you have to give the cell whose value that you want to round up. Then I want to round up A1's value. Then comma and give how many positions? To 2 decimal points there, 3 decimal points there, අන්නේ විදියට. Right? දෙකක් දුන්නොත් decimal places දෙකකට එයා වටය. තුනක් දුන්නොත් decimal places තුනකට වටය. Right? And then the rank. Rank function is used to find the position of a value. To find the position of a value. මේ බලන්න පුතේ. A1 කියන්නේ whose rank we are trying to find. And A1 to A5, that is the range of values with whom we are comparing A1's value. ඉතර පුතේ ක්ලාස් එකේ ඉන්න ඔක්කොම ළමයන්ගේ values ටික තමයි A1 to A5. එතනින් මම compare කරලා බලනවා A1 කියන ළමයාගේ ලකුණු. දැන් තේරුණාද? Right? හරි ඔය practice කරලා බලමුකෝ. And then the if function, right? If එකේ වෙන්නේ පුතේ මෙච්චරයි. You put the if, then you give the condition. මේක යන්නේ පිළිවෙල මේකයි පුතේ. Condition, true statement, false statement. If කියලා දෙනවා condition එක. A1 greater than A2. Then put a comma and give the true statement. If this condition is true, then pass will be displayed within inverted commas because it's not a value, it's a word. And if the condition is false, then fail will be displayed. Understood? Right? එහෙනම් දැන් අපි යමු පොඩ්ඩක් Excel එක පැත්තේ වටයක් දාලා. So මේ මොකද්ද? ඔන්න sum එක ගත්තේ මම. Equal sum, right? අපි ගමු පුතේ average එක. මේ set එකේ මෙන්න මේ 6 දෙනාගේම average එක. කොහොමද මම average එක ගමු. Equal average make a range from C4 colon C6 with the closing bracket with the enter 30.8888 right ළමයි මෙහෙම round up කරමුද පුතේ right මේ බලන්න equal round. So this is the general round. මේ පුතේ නිකම්ම round එක. හොඳේ round down තියෙනවා පහළට round up තියෙනවා ඉහළට right. This is just the normal round. See how it works. So I want to round this up to let's say 2 decimal places. Whose value? The value in the F11. F11's value to 2 decimal places. Hit the enter. මොකද්ද මේ කිව්වේ F11 කියලා. F11 I mean E11. My bad. See? තරාව පුතේ 30.89. In the normal round පුතේ අර 5 හරි ඊට වඩා වැඩි නම් හරි round up නැත්නම් ඊට අඩු නම් round down. තේරුණාද? උඩටම වට යන්න ඕන round up එක ගන්න. පහළට නම් round down එක. But if you use the normal round 5 or higher than that will be rounded up. Less than 5 will be rounded down. Is that clear? Right. Sit me. Right. Sit me. Ata. No. Right. Okay. Now let's count the number of cells. Count the max. Let's find the maximum value. Max. මේ තියෙන මොකද්ද? sum එක. ඔන්න ගත්තා average. Let's find the max of this range. Equal max C4 colon P6. That's 58. That's 58 පුතේ. 58 ද ලොකුම? 58. Right? ඊළඟට min equal min inside brackets C4 colon C6. Then පුතේ කවුද අපි හොයමු? කවුද ඊළඟට ඉන්නේ අපිට? බලන්න. The count. Let's do the count. So let's count how many cells are there with numeric values. And බලන්න පුතේ equal count C4 colon E6. Okay. So that is my range. And in this range, there are 9 cells with numeric values. 9 cells with numeric values. See what happened. See what happens if I change any of these numeric values into text. Dilum කියලා. So when I put the dilum here, right, as a value in one of these cells, see what happened to the count. ඔන්න බලන්න පුතේ count එක වෙන දෙයක්. count එක වෙනස් වුණානේ 7 කියලා. right? count එක වෙනස් වුණා පුතේ 7 කියලා. ඒකට හේතුව 9 කියලා 9 එක 8 නෙමෙයි උනේ 7 ඇයි ඒ? මෙතනට මම ෆන්ක්ෂන් එකක් දීලා තිබ්බ. ෆන්ක්ෂන් එක රන් කරන්න බෑ. ඇයි? දැන් මෙතන ටෙක්ස්ට් එකක් තියෙනවා. ටෙක්ස්ට් එයා ඉන්වැලිඩ් වුණා. right? so ඒ දෙකම පුතේ එයා count කරන්නේ නැහැ. right? so how many cells with numeric values now? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. right? what happened to these guys? Putte functions and formulas get automatically updated. Nah? You don't have to update them. When the values are changed, functions and formulas automatically get updated. Right, Tashpila? So that's why all of these get automatically updated. Understood? Right? Then let's find the rank. හරිද? අපි rank එක හොයද්දි පුතේ සාමාන්‍යයෙන් මෙන්න මෙහෙමයි. ඒ හිතන්න I have 5 students. Name, marks, Kamal, Nimal, Vimal, Sunimal, Sirimal. ඔක්කොම මල්ලා. මල් කොල්ල ටිකක් ඉන්න. Then let's add some values. 76, 87, 56, 96, 82. Right. So let's see how to use the rank function. හරිද පුතේ එන්න අපි rank එක use කරන විදිය බලමු. First equal rank. Just this rank මෙන්න මේ rank එක. Rank, and then whose rank you are going to find first? Kamal's rank. Kamal's marks is where? In the K4. K4. Comma. What is the range that you are comparing it against? Adihen, අපි කාත් එක්කද පුතේ මේ compare කරන්නේ? I'm comparing this with K4 itself and up to K8. අය පුතේ K4 දාගත්තේ. කමල් ඒ පන්තිය නෙමෙයි. කමලුත් ඒ පන්තිය තමයි නේද පුතේ? Right? All the students' marks in that class. Right? We should compare against all of them. Right? So hit the enter, you get 4. Kamal's rank is 4. Lamai, how to fill in the rest? I wonder how to fill in the rest name.
Using the autofill.
Autofiller, ඒ කියන්නේ fill handler. Right? Fill handler එක පුතේ මෙහෙන්න මෙහෙම copy paste කරන්න පුළුවන්. Right? අන්න ප්‍රශ්නයක් තියෙනවා දැන්. මොකද්ද ප්‍රශ්නේ? 1 ඒවා දෙන්නෙක් ඉන්න. But look at their marks 82, 96. So what should I have done? දැන් හිතලා බලමු. මොකක්ද උනේ? Here's the formula. හරි? K4's rank I'm going to find against the range of K4 to K8. මෙයාගේ K5 to K9 කමල් අරන් නැහැනේ. තව K9 වෙනකන් ගිහිල්ලා. මෙතන කාරුත් ඇත්තෙත් නැහැ K9. මෙයාගේ K6 to K10 I don't have anyone in the K මේ මොනවාද 9 10 here. See? So the row number is changing නේද පුතේ? Should the row number change here? Range එක තියෙන්නේ vertically. So the row numbers should not change. Then you have to put the dollar symbol for whom? For the row numbers. දැන් A කියන්නේ පුතේ K4 එකක් දාන්න ඕනද? No, why? if you put the row number, if you put the dollar symbol for the row number of K4, මේ K ගේ, ඒ කියන්නේ කමල්ගේ row එකට පුතේ, then you will be finding the rank of Kamal for everyone. No, that student should change. Whose rank that you are going to find for that should change. So don't put the dollar symbol for that. Right? Hit the enter. Oh, now let's copy this again. Then see, right? So dollar symbol, the using of the dollar symbol is very important. You should know how to use that. Right. Okay. Now let's do a question. Put a question. I didn't do the if let's find whether these students have passed or failed. Above 75 pass. Right? Equal if the loom. What is the condition? If K4 මෙන්න මෙයා ලකුණු. එයාගේ ලකුණු පුතේ එක්කෙනෙක්ව ගන්න වෙන කොහොමද? Starting place. K4's marks is greater than or equal to අපි කියමු 75 කියලා. 75 නම් true statement එක මුලින්ම logic එක ඊට පස්සේ true statement then the false statement. So true නම් මොකද්ද පුතේ? අපි කියමු pass. නැත්තම් fail. Only one student has failed. Who? Vimal 56. Vimal should work harder නේද? Vimal එන්න ඕන අපේ පන්ති ඒකයි. Right. So see pute, this is how we use the if condition. Right? This is how we use the if condition. Okay? Right. Now you know how to use all these functions. Let's apply them in some questions. Right. අපි යමු question එකට. Let's go to the other. Okay. Right. ළමයි, do you want to try this or should do you want me to do this with you guys? Which one? You're going to try it? Hari. Senadi, you understood pute? Right? Hari. Now let's do them. Situm, දැන් තේරුණා නේද පුතේ? Asitum?
Yes, sir.
Right. So let's do this. Let's do this. Make කරමු පුතේ මේක හරියම ලේසි එකක්. Total එක ගන්න පුතේ මෙතනට හැම ළමයාගෙම මට ඕන මෙච්චරයි. Total එකේ formula එක ලියන්න, average එකේ formula එක ලියන්න, round එකේ formula එක ලියන්න, rank එක ලියන්න, pass or fail ලියන්න. Pass mark එක පුතේ condition එක දාන්න pass එකට. Let me give the condition. මේක දාන්න condition එක pass එකට. pass එක ගන්න පුතේ average එකට. හරිද? ඒ කියන්නේ F5 සෙනෙත්. සෙනෙත්ගේ ඒ කියන්නේ එක ළමයාගේ ලකුණු greater than or equal to 150. Subject 3යිනේ, total එක 300යි. හරි, average එක 3ෙන් බෙදුවම එක්කෙනෙක්ට එන්නේ 100යි නේද ඒතකොට. නම් 50ට වැඩි නම්. Use this as the condition for the if condition, pass the fail the balance. Find the total, average, round, rank, pass for Senate. Senate to hoyan. And then maximum max for ICT, minimum max for ICT, and the count of the number of students. But what I count the number of students, Done පුතේ? හසඳු done? Now this question I focus more mainly on the functions, right? Next one we are going to focus on formulas as well, because most probably it will become a combination of formulas and functions in your oral paper. දෙකෙන්ම අහන පුතේ. දිනෝත් මිහිරදී හසඳු දිනද බාසුර මෙතිර ටියාරා කොෆ් තශ්පිලා සවිනි දිහෙන් සිතුම් මෙතිර are we done?
Still doing.
Finish it, finish it. Take your time. Yes, with me. Shall we discuss? Right. Shall we discuss Pute?
Okay, sir.
Right. Alright. Now stop all your work. It's fine. Whether you have completed or not, Pute, that's fine. Alright. Now focus on what I'm going to teach you. Alright. Alright. Because I'm not going to give any marks, no. Alright. Then අපි ඉගෙන ගමු. Right. ඉගෙන කරා කියලා මම ලකුණු දෙන්නේ නැහැ. Alright. First of all, we want to find the total. නේද පුතේ? Right. The total. I'm going to write the functions, all functions here. හරිද? මම මෙතන ලියන්න. So, alright. Let's find the total. We want to find the total for Sanath. නේද පුතේ? මුලින් පළවෙනි එක්කනට පොය. කොහොමද? Usually in the paper පුතේ they will name a person, right? So if you want to find the now let's say Sanath කොහොමද ගන්න IT in the B5. So equal sum B5 colon D5. And if you want to find the total of Dilshan as the first formula පුතේ, then you will have to use Dilshan එක වෙ තින්නේ 9 එනම් B9 colon D9. Understood? You have to refer to the student that they have mentioned in the paper, right? දැන් මම මෙතන මම ගත්තේ පළවෙනිය වුණාට යාලා කියලා තියෙන එක නා ගන්න පුතේ. Right. Then the average. How to get the average? Equal average inside brackets from මොකද්ද සනත්ගේ ලකුණු ටික ඔය තියෙන පුතේ. B5 colon D5. Right? You don't have to go divide by 3. එමෙම කුත් ඕනේ. Right? හරි. ළමයි දැන් බලා ගන්න දැන් ඇති. Right? අශ්මිතා එනට ඔක්කොම බලන් ඉන්න ඕනේ. Right. ඊළඟට පුතේ round. How do you round up this value? So equal round. දැන් මේ round කරන්න පුතේ decimal value එකක් එන්නේ කාටද? To the average no. So we'll round up the average, right? So round average in the where is average? Where is average value? In the F5. F5 comma to 2 decimal places කියලා ගමු. Right? අපි ඕන එක. If you want 1 then if you don't want any decimal places 0, right? Then rank. So let's find the rank for one student. Equal rank. Whose rank are we going to find? Sanat. Let's use the round. කවුද පුතේ මම rank එකට use කරන්න කිව්වේ? Average the round. Did I mention anyone? No.
No,
Then
sir.
we'll use the කවුද? කිව්වේ නේද දිහෙන්?
No,
I didn't
sir.
mention anyone, no? Right. එහෙනම් පුතේ let's use the round up average. හරිද? මේ දීලා තියෙන්නේ මේ. නෑ නෑ. ඒ දීලා තියෙන pass or fail එකනේ. Anyway, let's take the round up average. So G5 rank G5, find the rank of G5 against G$5 colon $5 colon G$11. G$. Right? Understood පුතේ? So find the rank of G5 Sanat's rank එක පුතේ by comparing the round up value. Round up average එකෙන් තමයි අපි compare කරලා බලන්නේ. Right? You can compare the total also, you can compare the average also, you can compare the round values also. Right? It doesn't matter. Alright. Only thing, the range must be fixed. අන්න එකයි පුතේ ඔළුවේ තියෙන්න ඕනේ. The range must be fixed. Okay? Right. Then right. So equal. Now we have found the rank and the pass or fail. So if for that I ask you to use the average column F5. So if F5 is greater than or equal to 50, then pass කියලා display වෙන්න ඕන. Otherwise no fail. Okay. Now let's use the find the maximum, minimum, and the count. Right? How do you find the max? Equal max. Let's find the maximum for IT subject today. Equal max. IT marks තියෙන්නේ කොහෙද? Where do we have the IT marks? IT marks in the B column. B5 to B11 නේද? එහෙනම් equal max B5 colon B11. And now we'll get the highest ICT marks. If you copy this by using the fill handler horizontally, you will get the highest ICT marks for highest marks for the maths and science as well, right? Okay, so let's find the minimum equal min B5 colon B11. And the count means all the students. Let's count the number of students. Now put the equal count. Put the count only count the cells with numeric values. Then what should we give? We should give this area. Minimum area then right? ඒ ඔක්කොම දෙන්න එපා. ඒ ළමයි ගන්න නෙමෙයිනේ. ඒක කොලම් එකක විතරක් දෙන්න. එනිමේ IT marks ටිකෙන් හොයාගන්න ළමයි කීයක් ඉන්නවද? Count B5 colon B11. පුතේ නැත්තම් count A එක දාන්නත් පුළුවන්. How? Count A. If you put the count A, then you can count the number of cells with any value. You can name even the names. So then I can use count A5. A5 in a count the Sanat. Nam tika from A5 to E11, sorry, A11, we have the names. So from here also, you can count the number of students. Correct? Right, check your answers. All good? Setum, Hardapute? Asandu, all good?
Yes, sir.
Prishka? Right. And then, by the way, I have to say that I appreciate that you all being here, because this is the time that I normally allocate for A-level students, A-level 2024, right? I told them that I have to do this session, and since the 4 day, there won't be night sessions, right? I'm allocating this time for O-level student. Then they said, yes, okay, that's fine. Mainly because it's a holiday. So me went to Sorry. Okay. So let's go for the next question. Shall I erase all these? You understood? Right? The next question, I'm going to open it from almost the past papers for him deeply. Here. Before we get into this question today, let's go back to the Excel because I want to show you the charts. Our charts can right? Right. So let's put names together. Kamal, Nimal, our usual names. Vimal, Sunimal, Sirimal. These are the ICT marks. Maths, English, Sinhala. Okay, right. And I'm ICT. Down 87.5. Yes, Sunishka. Okay. Right. Lamai, let me show you how to use the charts. Right? Mebala. So let's go to the insert. Right. So I'm going to add a chart. How did the first of all, you need to select the range. In the range. Range sampurna. So this range, I'm going to add a chart. Right? So here we have the bar charts, the column charts, right? May bar charts, column charts, and we have the pie chart as well, right? So the pie chart is not suitable for this because the pie chart is used to represent portions, percentages from 100%. Out of a certain value, the portion each object holds. Then, දැන් pie chart එකකින් පෙන්වන්න පුළුවන් අපිට ඔන්න තියෙනවා පුතේ chocolate 100ක්. Yeah, 100 chocolates. Right? TRI සෙනදී තස්මිරයි බහැලා කාගෙන යනවා. Right? Now we can show that in a pie chart how out of 100 chocolates how much of portion TRI has eaten, Senadi has eaten, and Tashmila has eaten. You know that we can show. Even of 250 chocolates, how much they have eaten, we can show that in a pie chart. මොකද පුතේ ඊතර 250 කියන එක 100% කියලා ගන්න. Right? ඔයාලා මේ කාපු ගාන එයාලා 100% වලින් value එකට convert කරලා ඒක තමයි පෙන්නන්නේ. Understood? So it's always the portion. It's always the portion, the percentage that which is shown in a pie chart. Right? දැන් ළමයින්ගේ ලකුණු දෙන්නේ එහෙම නෙමෙයි පුතේ. ලකුණු 1000ක් තියෙන 1000න් 500ක් TRට 200ක් සෙන්දුරේ එහෙම දෙන්නේ නැහැ නේද? Out of 100% each and everyone will get. Right? So ඒව පෙන්වන්න නම් පුතේ we need bar charts or column charts. Right? Because we have multiple objects, separate values. Right? When there are multiple objects and separate values, for example, sales of a certain item for multiple months. Right? So multiple months, multiple values. What is the most suitable one? Line chart, column chart, or the bar chart. Now for this, let's apply a chart like this. Right? Right. So මෙතන පුතේ these series, you can name the series. හරිද? මේ series වලට දාමු මොනවාද? ලස්සන chart එකක් දාගමු මෙන්න මේක ලස්සනයි. This one is good. Right. Now this 1 2 3 මේ 1 2 3 කියලා ඉන්නව නේද පුතේ? මේ 1 2 3 කියන්නේ මොනවාද? What are these 1 2 3? These are our මොනවාද පුතේ මේ 1 2 3 කියලා තියෙන්නේ? These are our students. Right? These are the students පුතේ. හරිද? So if you want to edit this, what you can do is you can actually move it like this. So the students will appear like this. And for the මෙතන blank එකක් තියෙන හින්දා යවුද. name කියලා දැම්මොත් ඒත් ඒක වෙනම edit කරන්නම වෙනවා. Right? This series we have to separately edit. හරිද? Right. මෙන්න මේ විදිහට එක එක අපි edit කරලා දාන්න. Right? So ICT එක මේක and this orange color is what? Maths. එකක් අපි දාමු. Right. So one by one, you have to edit and put it like that. හරිද? So put here multiple students shows values for multiple මොනවාද? Multiple students shows values for multiple subjects. Understood? Right. So for this, most suitable is the bar chart, line chart, and the column chart. Right? Right. So once you understand that, මේක තව මොනවද තියෙන්නේ? We have the These are scatter charts. Within a scatter chart. Scatter chart shows values in a position, right? Your value in a position. Doesn't show it as a bar or a column, it shows the position, right? So the scatter charts are usually used to identify the trend. To identify the trend. Now, for example, sales වලින් පුතේ ඔන්න sales වැඩි වෙනවද අඩු වෙනවද කියලා trend එක identify කරගන්න. තේරුණාද? Okay, now let's go to the Excel. PDF. Right. Here we have certain values. We have the unit prices for each of these items and the January, February, March and January, February, March values also. Quantities which were sold from each of these items for these 3 months, right? So how these are the quantities. So then the total price is also calculated. How would they? You can unit price into January amount. You get the January total, right? And the unit price into February amount, you get the February total. Unit price into March amount, you get the March total. Understood? That's how you get these total values. And then the discount percentage is given where? The discount. Anything discount for each 3 months. January, February, March. Discounts are given today. So this total price is the discounted price. Total price කියලා දීලා තියෙන discounted price එක. හරිද? total එකෙන් discount එක අඩු කරපු අගේ. ළමයි. How to get the total the total price, sorry, the discounted total පුතේ. From the total, එද බාසුර, you need to deduct what? The discount amount. The discount amount. එනම් පුතේ අපි දැන් බලන්න හොඳට බලන්න. Discount is in the 11th row. In the D11, we have the January discount, E11, February discount, F11, we have the March discount, right? Okay. Now, Lamai, let me take a text box. All right. Let's do this. Make a math karam, right? And then I will give you guys what to do. All right. Balana pute. Here, now the total income of P0034. P0034 meeting, right? Cupboard 1, cupboard desk 1, okay. For January, the total income for January is calculated in the G5. Meeting G5, right? Write the necessary formula which should be entered in cell G5 to display the total income of P0034. This should be able to copy to the other months also. January total එක cupboard desk 1 equal. Where's the unit price? In the C column. In the C column, right? Unit price is only in the C column. So if you copy this formula horizontally, you can type on a C5 into the January quantity D5. Now if I copy this formula, the formula G5. If I copy this formula to the H5, C will become D5. D will become E5. නේද පුතේ? D එක E වෙන එකේ ප්‍රශ්නයක් නැහැ. ඇයි month එක වෙනස් වෙන්න ඕන. February sales එක එන්න ඕන නේද? but පුතේ unit price එක වෙනස් වෙනවා. C5 එක දැන් D5 වෙනවා. ඒතකොට January sales item ගන්න එන්නේ. වැරදි නේද? So the unit price column should be fixed, right? The column should not change for the unit price. එහෙනම් පුතේ මෙන්න මෙතනට දාන්න dollar symbol. So the column will not change. The unit price will not change. Unit price is fixed for all 3 months. For the unit price is for the product, right? So you have to put the dollar symbol for that, right? And then, right. Second question. Discount rate, dollar symbols are important, huh? Lamai, don't put the dollar symbol for the row here. Why? Anith item word to hand because when you want to find the total for the other items, you have to copy the formula down. If you do that, this C5 will become මොනවාද? C6. And if you put the dollar symbol for the row also, it will still become C5. So අර cupboard 1 එකේ unit price එකම තමයි හැමෝටම බලලා තියෙන්නේ. It's wrong නේ නේද පුතේ? So the unit price should change. The unit price should change, but horizontal, not vertical. Tashmila, අවදානේ මේ ඉරුණානේ. බලාගෙන ඉන්නේ හැමෝම. Right. So second question. Discount rate for all months are given in D11 to F11. Considering the particular discount rate for each month, it is required to find the final discounted price for all the products, right? Consider the particular discount rate for each month. It is required to find the final discounted price for all the products. What is the necessary formula that which should be entered in J5 to find the discounted price? Discounted price can put a total again discount එක අඩු කරලා. Total again discount එක අඩු කරලා. So where's the total? Total for January in the G5. G5. හරිද? Minus for discount එක. How to find the discount? Total එකෙන්ම තමයි පුතේ discount එක හොයන්නේ කොහමද? Total into where's the discount in the D11. Then ප්‍රශ්නයක් තියෙනවා. We have a problem. What is the problem, Tashmila? What is the problem, Dinada? Aminadi? So if I copy this formula down horizontally, sorry, vertically, D11 will become D12. G5 will become G6 puti. That's fine because the other item is there. But D11 like a D12 in the D12 do you have a discount rate? No. Discount for the January entire all the products puti in the D11. So the row in the discount rate should not change, must not change. So you have to put the dollar symbol for that. Understood? You have to put the dollar symbol for that. Right? Ada tiara. Okay, dilum. Ada dasini. Right. So total එකෙන් you subtract the total into the discount. කරපුත අපිට එනවා discount amount එක. So total එකෙන් discount amount එක අඩුයි. Right? Equal. Third one, write down the formula in K8. When the formula written in Roman number 2 above is copied to the cell K8. So when you copy this formula to the K8, okay, K8 එක ඉන්නේ කවුද? මෙන්න මෙතන. This one here. This one here. Right? If you copy the formula to the K8, the formula, what will be the formula which will be displayed? Equal K8 නේ පුතේ. මෙන්න මෙතන. P1 2 3 8 එකට. So now G5 will become K8. Right? Then ඒ item එක. Total එකට discount එක බලන්න එයා. So then K8 into a item එකේ amount වෙන පුතේ we have to check the discount. So K8, G5 should be changed into K8, right? That item's total. So that item's total minus the item's total into discount rate for February. K කියන්නේ පුතේ February. So where is the February discount? In the E11. $11 by dollar. Because for all the February items, same discount is applied. Right? Then fourth one, write down the function which should be entered in M5. Go put the M5, I'm M5, highest. Right? Highest sales. Within the past 3 months, ayyo, simple ne. Koda put the sales thing. ඕන එකකින් බලමු discounted sales count. Let's take the discounted sales. අදාළ නැහැ හොඳේ. Only value will change. අපි මේ අරන් තින්නේ discounted මේ 920,000 නේ. That's the discount. So එනම් දැක්කද දීලා නැහැ. value එකෙන් හොයාගත්තේ. Equal max. Range discounted. January විතරයි නේද මුලින්. So you can copy it to the rest. M5 නේ here. එනම් පුතේ J5 colon L5. Right. On number the maximum. Then consider all 3 months with discounted amount. It is required to find the total sales in the M11. Yes, the
Yes, sir. We can use the D5 to F5 to find the highest number of sales, right?
G5 to
D5 to F5.
G5 to E5.
Sorry, D5 to
Ah,
F.
D5 to F.
Yes.
Yes, Pute, you can. But did you notice this amount here? 920,000.
Ah.
There is a discounted highest of the March, neither.
Yes.
It is not there here. And එක මම 80 ගත්තේ නැහැ. කොහොමද පුතේ quantity එකෙන් බෑ හොඳේ. Total එක ගන්න. Total price sorry. Total price there I have asked. G to I ගත්තේ නැත්තේ ඒකයි මම. Because they are given the discounted highest, right? Okay. Then the minimum නෙමෙයි sum total එක ගන්නවලු. To where? To the M11. මෙන්න මෙතනට පහළට. Equal sum for all 3 months total. Then equal sum J5 to L9. J5 to L9. Right. And then next question. If your friend says that pie chart can be used to show all sales in past 3 months, Pute, multiple products, multiple values, multiple months. Pie chart use කරන්න පුළුවන්ද? එහෙනම් මොකක්ද යාළුවට කියන්න ඕන? What should you say to your friend? දුරසගේ IT පන්තියක්. Right. Then Pute, so can you agree with this? We can't. Harad, we can't. Give the reason. Because there are multiple items with multiple values for multiple periods. Most suitable one would be bar chart කියලා ලියන්න. දන්නවා කියලා වෙන්න. දන්නවා නේ වැඩෝ කියලා වෙන්න. Right. Understood Pute that question? Right? Okay. Hari. So like that Pute, you have to practice, do some past papers. Harad, do some past papers, do some question papers that I have given also 2023 lamai. 24 lamaitat in the classroom I have given plenty of questions Pute. Grade 10 papers. Do them again, Excel parts, right? අදම කරන්න මේ part එක ඉවරයක් කරන්න. අදම කරන්න තව ප්‍රශ්න දෙකක්. Okay? Do at least 2 more questions. Then this part will be completed. Right, Basura? All good then? Right? Are. Are Savini? Are ne Dilum? Right. Then Pute, I'm going to end the session, right? I'm glad that you all joined and understood what we discussed today, right? ඒ වගේ ප්‍රශ්න තියෙනවා Pute මට කියන්න. Right? මට පුළුවන් වෙලාවක මම schedule session එකක් schedule කරලා we'll do it. We will cover that. Okay? Alright. Then Pute, everyone, God bless you all. Busannai. Bye bye.
Bye, sir.
Pute.
Thank you, sir.
Bye, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Have a
Sir,
nice
thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.